extreme right groups here in America. Like, well, you mentioned the Proud Boys, and then there's the 3%ers, and there's the Oath Keepers, and all that. And you know, one thing they all have in common: they all believe in neo-Nazism. They're fascists.
Yeah, there's those people that were. I mean, that group that stormed the Capitol was pretty diverse. I mean, you had a lot of different types of people in there, but you saw some people in there with Nazi shirts, Nazi paraphernalia.
Well, I believe you.
You know, you just think about the people that to try to play it off like it was no big deal that they were there. You're walking side by side with people with Nazi paraphernalia on your. You guys got to tell yourself that you're doing the wrong thing here.
Well, what about the guy? There was a guy wearing a T-shirt.
Yeah.
It's Camp Auschwitz.
So maybe, you know, America is maybe 20 years ahead of having a lot of immigrants, a lot of nations in the country. You guys have to deal with this way more years that we Germans have to do it now. Yes. We opened our borders just a few years ago, and we see how much problems it's already is creating.
That was during Syria, right? Was that the Syria?
We took more than 1 million Syrians.
Mm-hmm.
So Heilbronn, where we live, we have now more than 67% of people are not anymore German.
Wow.
I know you have a lot of Turks there too, don't you, Garrett?
So, which I think the world is colorful. The world is not only white and not only black. We have to learn that there is just one world. But here the mixture was too fast and too big, and people are afraid of it. They don't know what's going on. And this is making the people not satisfied. And if we in Germany would have a person who would say, so I will do now everything for you, we do Germany great again, I fear they will follow.
Oh boy.
Yeah, even in spite of the history. Even in spite of the history of Nazism, people don't seem to learn their lessons.
But is the all of the immigrants, did they go to this like one place or two places, or are they all concentrated in certain places, or are they all over Germany?
Oh, they are all over Germany.
Everywhere.
Yeah. Well, you know, the United States, we've had immigrants, but that's been since the beginning over the last 200
it's a steady
plus
flow.
years. A steady flow.
This is different.
So we're used to it. It's just part of America. But I can see, especially when the Iron Curtain fell, when the Berlin Wall came down, I know a lot of people flooded into Germany from the old Eastern Bloc countries like the Russians and the Poles.
It seems to me that the Syrian issue was more of a relocation. Yeah. You're almost relocating. However, you said 1 million? Was it just 1 million? That's a lot. I mean, that's a lot. 1 million people all within however many, like a month or something. That's a lot of people, and that's a relocation, you know, of a country almost.
So Ralph said it is maybe more than 1 million, but you have to understand we are a small country.
Right.
We are small. We are a small country with 80 million people.
Mm-hmm.
So 1 million, that's a lot.
Significant.
Yeah, we have over 300 million in this country. Almost 4 times the population.
So I would say this is also kind of a fact why such things like 1 month ago when people try to run into the Bundestag in our capital, this all leads into such situations.
Yeah, it causes a lot of problems when you have 1 million people come into your country at once. I mean, there's a lot of issues with that. There's healthcare. There's, you know, they got to get jobs. It's hard to just have 1 million people just show up in your country. And then I can imagine that's been difficult. So how did that happen? Like who allowed that? That was, the president at the time?
Yes,
Who
I
allowed that?
Yes,
Merkel?
she,
Yeah.
our
Angela
leader, our
Merkel.
Kanzler, Miss Merkel, because of this really, really bad war in Syria,
Yeah, remember that.
said, okay, we have to help and we will open our country. And
It was
that's
too
how
much
it
help. It was a little too much help, and it wasn't distributed
Yeah.
equally with other countries. I don't think America did a whole lot of accepting.
No, I don't think so.
Very
Most
little.
that was all. I think Garrett didn't Italy take a few, and
Yes, yes. So there, so the European Union decided that every country has to take refugees.
yes, that's what I thought. And I know a lot of them went to France as well.
But there are 4 Europe countries who are into the United Nations, which they refuse still to take refugees, like Poland, like Hungary, because they don't have no democracy more.
Mhm.
They say we are still democracy, but that's not true. They take the money out of the EU, but they refuse to follow the EU rules, which is kind of
Maybe that's like why England wanted to get out of it, right?
Yeah, Brexit. Yeah, because of the devaluation of currency and all
Does
that.
Germany want to get out of it now?
no. The EU is us. How can we get out?
Yeah.
yeah.
Germany pays most of the money what goes into the United Nations or in the EU.
Or to get out of the EU, then there would be no more EU.
Well, the United States pays most of the money that goes into NATO. That's we have for years. There's a lot of countries that don't pay anything. We pay huge amounts of money into NATO every year.
Well, going back to what you were saying about having a strong leader come in at this time, that's kind of scary to think about. That is that the only issue that they're rallying around? Is that immigration? Kind of, are there any other issues that they rally around?
Again,
on that, you were saying that if a strong leader came into Germany right now, they might go into power because of the immigration issue from the Syrian refugees. Is there any other issues? Are there any other issues that those people would rally around that would they would, do you know what I'm trying to say, Tom?
Yeah, like the economy, or
is the economy? Is it the EU? Or, I mean, are there other issues like do people want to leave the EU in Germany?
No. They, I would say, most of the people are really satisfied what is going on, and not with COVID, not with but most of the Germans feel like Europeans and they want to have the European nation. And for the current government, this COVID actually was kind of a good thing, because all the early problems, refugees, whatever, we don't talk about anymore. All you hear in the news is only COVID pandemic, what you have to do. Everything is we fight the COVID, and that's it.
Yeah. Well, I think everybody's kind of going through that right now too. Life's just kind of at a bit of a standstill.
Well, Trump administration really didn't do anything about COVID.
Yeah.
And that's why we have such a high infection rate and death rate here in this country, because they didn't have
a plan.
They didn't
do anything.
Oh, not at all.
They left it.
I remember when he first said that no virus will cross the American border.
They still call it the China virus. They call it the China virus.
America lost at least a few months for protection and preparation for this case, because this crazy person said it won't be in America.
Yeah. And half the country believes him.
Well,
half the country believes him.
And he also said this time last year that by summer or fall, it'll be over. There won't be any.
Once April comes, it starts getting warm.
Yeah, exactly. Once it starts getting warm, and he was. But now, fortunately, Biden, one of his top priorities right now is COVID. I mean, they're doing all kinds of things to get vaccines out to people, and all these things that Trump should have been doing a year ago.
We were very unlucky to have Trump in office when Corona came, because I think we would have cut down maybe in half the number of deaths. I don't know, but definitely would have had fewer deaths and definitely would have been less affected. But I mean, who knows what those numbers would have been? But if we would have had a more concerted effort, a more, unified effort to fight it from a top-down level, because he just said, okay, I don't want to do anything, states handle it. And the states aren't equipped to do that. And the cities were doing it. Everybody has different rules on what they're doing. It's crazy. And there was no direction. And you go to a different state, it's completely different rules. And it's still now to this day, Florida has no masks. Nobody's using masks. There's no curfew. You can be out all night. They're like, there's no mask mandate at all in Florida. Every governor gets to choose their own rules, and it's still insane. So I think Biden is going to try to make some progress there, and hopefully we can. But we're already getting vaccines, and we lost a year of.
Oh yeah, we did.
Sucks,
man. Yeah, we're a year behind where we should be. Oh yeah.
But I don't know. What else you got, Tom? What's on your mind?
Well, I don't know. So, like I said, I know, Garrett, that you have your mystery dinner theater and you haven't been able to do it because of COVID. Are you still writing?
Yes. Right now, I'm in a phase that in a period that I write at night. I still I prepare myself. I write new stories, new books. But I don't know when the new mystery dinners will start. I have reservations for this year, the reservations, they go till now July in 22. We will see what's going on.
Yeah, I know you were very busy with it. I know you had quite a bit going.
I do twice a week, sometimes 3 times a week, which is really a lot of work, but I like it, so I won't complain.
You write books? You sell books too that are mystery? Yeah.
Oh, you do, Garrett? I didn't know that, Garrett.
Yeah.
Okay, well, great. Well, at least you haven't lost. You can use this time. You can put this time to good use, even though you're not able to do your theater, your dinner theaters. You've got a lot of time to put to good use.
Yeah. So what we do right now, we're planning to moving to Italy. I do also Italian courses. I'm the teacher, but those courses also stopped. So I still, not every day, but almost every day, I'm learning and preparing for our trip to Italy.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I know too. You bist Deutschlehrer. Yeah, he's got two students. He's got an Italian and an Indian that he's teaching German to.
Yes, this is my part of making the world a bit better. I hope so. Yes, I do German courses for 2 people, and I do give Italian lessons for 3 groups, 4 groups sometimes. But now, because of COVID, a lot of things don't work like usually. But that's life.
You do it all through Zoom or WhatsApp, or what? You don't do it?
I stopped all the online courses because I don't like it.
Yeah.
Teaching a language online is not really nice. I don't like. And so 1 month ago, I stopped it, and we wait till COVID hopefully is soon over, and we start again in person, hopefully.
Are the schools open over there?
Not yet anymore. They closed it. They do have some emergency schooling for small kids when the people don't have somebody to take care of the kids and they have to work. But school is all online.
Same here, mostly.
Yeah, we've still got, but that's not consistent here. Some places it's all e-learning. In some places the kids are back in school. Some places they do a little part of the week in school, and then they do part of the week online.
And usually it's divided on Republican versus Democrat states.
Yeah, that's true.
Schools are open. They're open in Republican states and closed in
Democrat states. That's right.
You are a big country.
We are a big country. It's complicated.
I can see how much problems they have in our small country to make rules. But it looks like they can do it a bit better. No, they're not better, but they achieve to because we are smaller that we have almost the same rules in the whole Germany.
You guys have been around a lot longer than we have too. We're a new country, so we've only been around.
Yeah, we're still young.
Couple hundred years, and based on immigration, we're based on a new idea for a country. So Germany's been around a lot longer.
Yeah, we don't have castles from the 10th century or any of that here. No.
So we only can hope that this Trump area will be forgotten soon. That also the American reputation will get higher and better.
Yes. Yes, let's all hope that.
Our reputation in Europe, and I think in the world right now, is terrible because of Trump. He did a lot of damage.
I know at least 10 people who are saying Trump is a reason not to go anymore into the United States, not to travel, not to. So this is.
You can see January 6th. Those people are crazy. Yeah. They're armed. They're dangerous. I don't know if I would. I don't know if I would go to a country like that.
Unfortunately, a lot of people, because they realize that people are voting him, he has supporters, and a lot of people think that you guys are over there are all crazy.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I can see that. I understand that completely. If I was looking at this from the outside in, like you are, I'd probably think the same thing. I think, what the hell is going on? Well, the United States are all crazy.
Well, forward this podcast to all your friends so that they think that there are a few sane Americans at least.
Yeah, I know at least one, which is not Tom, but Casey. No. I'm really lucky that I know a lot of Americans because I always hate if the world says Germany are all Nazis, This is the same stupid thing which we hear for years now, So I know there must be some normal and nice people in America too. I really think so.
There's getting to be fewer and fewer all the time, Garrett.
Yeah.
So it was a hard work because we discussed a lot about situation in America, and it was always hard for me to say no. It is different. I know what you see. What you see in the news and what's going on. It looks terrible. And we have to talk about, but still, it's not good to lose all trust in those Americans.
Yeah, I know it's different. Like I said, I've been to Germany quite a few times now myself, and when I hear crazy stuff like, oh, those Nazi Germans, it's like you have no idea. In fact, if anything, Germany has gone way, way the other way. You're very sensitive to personal liberties and privacy and all that. Really, in a lot of ways, way more than us.
I think in America is a very large place, and you have 50 states.
Yeah,
and states actually are quite different. So certain states will be a very different experience.
I know you have what, 16 provinces or states, 16 states, provinces like Baden-Württemberg and
Yes.
yes.
Yeah. So visit. I used to live in California. I used to live in San Francisco.
Oh God, with the real crazy people.
Yeah. It was great.
The craziest people in the U.S. are in San Francisco, Garrett.
That's not true.
I don't know how often I have been into the States, at least more than 20 times.
Oh.
I lived 1 year in America. Before I lived 3 months in California in Oceanside.
Oh, down south. Yeah.
So over the years, I really have seen how this country is changing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What's concerning religion, what's concerning a lot of things, and Trump made it really worse.
I think yes. I think social media plays a big part in that too. Social media and technology, and then you add Trump on top of that, and he was able to use the social media in a really bad way.
Oh yeah.
And it just exponentially got worse, and here we are. But social media in itself is bad too. It's really turned us in a bad direction.
I canceled all. I had Facebook. I canceled it. I don't want to Instagram anymore. So, but I have one question, because I don't know if it's true about Trump. So we found out that he really made big deals with those private churches. That he promised them if he can use their social media system of those churches, that if they bring him into the Capitol, that he get voted, that he will, as thank you, he will do all those things by law what those churches are concerned about, like homosexual marriage, like all these things. Is that true?
Oh, okay. I hadn't heard that.
I haven't heard that.
That's interesting. I'll have to look into that, Garrett. I had not heard that. It doesn't surprise me.
There is no lower limit with him. I mean, I think anything you could ever think of or consider, he would do it.
I mean, you would believe?
I would believe it.
Oh yeah,
absolutely.
Oh yeah. I would put nothing past him, Garrett. I think he's capable of anything.
I think that's where we went wrong, is underestimating him.
Yes,
all along.
Yes, exactly.
I think people always underestimate him.
So we heard that he said, "Okay, if I can use your social media system, from that church and that church and that church, if I get voted, I will take care of that. We will do the right politic for you."
Yeah, so he'll use his influence to pass laws in their favor.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I believe it.
Well, he's been kicked off. He has no platform of social media to use, so he's desperate. He's trying to grab, I guess.
I heard he's having some of his aides, his assistants, tweet out. He's telling them what to tweet. And they're tweeting them.
Okay.
So, but on their accounts. So he's getting people to tweet his stuff out, but not telling people it's him. So it's just sort of his message is getting out, but it's just.
So did he open this company? We heard that he opened an office, or I don't know how to say it.
Former president of the United States. I believe he did.
Yes, he did. It's called the former president of the United States, Donald Trump office. Former president of the United States, Donald Trump. Yes, it's in Florida. He lives in Florida now, and it's based out of Florida.
Maybe that's the reason why they don't wear masks.
That's a good point.
The governor there loves him too, so they're all gonna. Unfortunately, my sister and mother live down there, so it's kind of. I like Florida too. It sucks that they're it's so
Well, I've got a brother-in-law and sister-in-law who live down there, and they think Trump's the greatest. And he is a CPA, MBA. In fact, he used to teach for the exams, for the CPA exams, and he thinks Trump's the greatest thing since buttered bread.
Yeah.
And that Biden is totally evil.
Yeah, he's
Absolutely.
evil, and good stuff.
Yeah, this is a weird country.
Yes, it is.
Okay, so in a serious case, you let me know. I come over and cut his hair. No problem.
Okay.
Just let me know. I am ready.
Okay. Sounds good. All right. I think we're gonna. Thanks for joining us. It was a pleasure talking to you.
It was a pleasure for me. I hope I could express because right now I speak more Italian. I haven't spoken English for a while. I hope you could understand. But
good practice for you.
Your English is way better than my Schwäbisch.
Okay, but that's a tough language. I can understand.
It is. I the first time I went over there, I was shocked. I could do Hochdeutsch, pretty well. German, but then when I got down there, I'm like, what? Yeah. It's like it's not a dialect. It's a totally different language. And the scary part is that after I was there for a while, I started to catch on.
Yeah.
It's really good.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
So thanks a lot. You stay healthy.
Yep. You too.
Yeah, you too, Garrett.
Take care.
Hey, tell everybody, tell Edith and everybody I send my love.
I will. Thank you.
Okay.
And same to you, to your family. But one last question.
Yes.
I really don't know how I pronounce your first name. Is it Jon or John?
John.
John.
John?
John.
Okay.
Yeah. John. However you want. It's fine.
No. I wanna let's do this again.
All right.
Yeah, that'd be
Very
great,
good.
Garrett. Yeah, I look forward to it.
Okay.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
All right. Cheers.
Bye-bye.